Yo, how's it going everyone? EverTastic giving you another exciting episode with more of Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom on the Nintendo Switch and welcome to it. So last time because we able to the showdown Master Koga underneath the abandoned Leneru mine. And I think his last destination is somewhere around between up at the north because he's saying he will be somewhere back at the north at the Hebra. It's where he need to is where he go next. So he won't be somewhere down up at the north somewhere where Goron is. Well, he won't be somewhere back at the Gorons. But yeah, I don't think that is where he come in. Well, technically he will. He's saying something above at the north at the Hebra. That is what he mentioned me about. Okay, so we're here now at the Hateno Village. So we got a lot to do around here because there's gonna be more new side quests in Hateno Village. So let's get started. So we can start by picking up more of these apples and moving further around here. But it's a whole village. So what we got going on here? Okay, so do we already took that picture already? Yeah, that's a farming hoe. So let's go ahead and move around this village and. So we got here is more of these CHUCHUs. And we done enough cooking for the day, so we do have enough cooking ingredients to it. So now whose house is this? Okay, well that can't be a chest. And yeah, so let's just keep on exploring. See what we can find something new. But that kind of does give me good vibe to it when you play it Ocarina of Time. So you shouldn't take anything without asking. Okay, so we weren't supposed to mess around with those Hylian tomatoes. Okay, so reading this sign, it said look for Hylian tomatoes grown by Meta. Find them at the general store. Meta. Okay, so we were supposed to find this Meta character. Okay, so let's talk to this kid. Okay, so this is Esther. If you want the Hylian tomato, don't ask me, ask my dad. He'll probably be in the field behind Cece house. I want to be further at school today for sure, so get out of my way. Okay, that's rude. So talking to the elder, they have been putting these strange decorations all over the village. Sorry about that. Are you a visitor here? A tourist? You're in Hateno, a village known for living off the land. For as long as anyone can remember, we till of the soil and let nature be our guide in life. Now though everything is getting so glitzy as some folks are trying to drum up a more tourism business, mind you, we were all happy to see Cece return to the village after she'd been away for so long. Some folks like my daughter Prima started wearing that flashy Cece brand stuff right away in celebration. But it's a tad over the top of me and my son-in-law, Wharton. We prefer the simple life of the way that we always live it. But I don't mean to talk your ears off. By all means, go on and have yourself a peaceful stay here. Okay, so we'll be picking up some of these apples. Okay, now this guy got a new side quest. So what are you staring at, my dude? Love fire, burn forever. What's the matter? You gonna tell me you're a really handsome dude? Do you look like you've been places? Sure, things are people in the old village, but it's a jungle out there in the world. That's why I stick around here checking out the scene, making sure no stranger to put me the move on Miss Advi. Okay, so wait, I mean that's why I made sure no stranger to come in from outside to disturb her peace. Okay, so Advi is what she is. Okay, so. Or he or she, because who is Asvi? Let's talk about that. You forgot that. Okay, so that is a she. Okay, so you forgot the Miss always add the Miss. Miss Asvi is the poster girl for the East Wind General Store. There's no problem if you want to talk to Miss Asvi. Just to keep the naive, I just moved here and want somebody to show me around. Add it to a minimum. Not that anyone could be as young, guyish, or fashionista as me. By the way, a quick question for you, big guy. What kind of present do you think that would make Miss Advi at the East Wind happy? I'm not asking for me, and you understand it. A friend of one advisor, and I'm having a tough time with this answer. Obviously, I can't just go ask her directly. Let me know if you think of something. Okay, so it says Manny's beloved. Okay, so read more about it. It says here, it's a scene of Manny's friend's friend badly wanted to catch the eye of Asvi, but agreed her for the general store. Can you muster the courage to ask Asvi what she liked the most? Okay, so we just gotta go and find her somewhere in Hateno Village. Okay, so let's check on in. So she got a nice and neat house there. Okay, well there's nothing new that we can look there. So it's such a beautiful day to look around here, this whole village. So talking to you, someday second store. Welcome to CHUCHU Dice Shop. Right, so you're a new customer, I think? Well, I don't do with the dying around here. You want my hobby for that. All this activity is getting to be a problem. I mean, I'm grateful to Cece that our shop had to take it off like this, but every day it's so exhausting now. Okay, now talking to you. If you were looking to add some color to your wardrobe, but you found the right place, welcome to CHUCHU Dice Shop, where we live to die. If you have any dye ingredients, it's a 20 ruby to dye an item that includes our service charge, of course. Let's get going and dye your get up too. Huh? That's a lovely paraglider you got there. Nowadays, not only do we dye clothes, we also offer a fabric that rework a service. Bring me some fabric and I can rework your paraglider with the flying colors. You may be a first-time customer, but that's fine. We have a special introduction to our new service for folks like you. Ta-da! Your very own introductory fabric. Okay, so he giving you the Cece fabric. So tough fabric that bearing a Cece brand design. It looks like it could be used to make a paraglider. Most likely, yeah. Have you dropped by Ventas clothing at the village entrance yet? Cece, the famous designer who runs the place, and now cooking up the cutting edge design on this fabric. Every region has its own unique fabric design. Keep an eye out for them wherever you go. Think of me if you will find some new fabric, won't you? We can rework your paraglider with it for you to fly the skies in style. Dyeing clothes to the color of your choice or reworking the paraglider with some new clothes. Either way, it'll take just 20 rubies. Okay, so let's say we work the paraglider. This is your first time we working a paraglider, is it? Don't worry, I'll do all the work. You just hand over the fabric and leave the rest to me. Okay, so what more can we make right out of this paraglider? So let's go find out. So you know what, we're able to make this champion leather fabric. So let's select that. Yeah, I'm fine with 20 rubies. I'm down. Thanks for the business of this, so it won't take a moment. No washing the paint dry for you. Okay, so we're stepping into this whatever that is, setting the fabric ready to launch. And that'll do her. Looking forward to your next visit. Now go out and paint the town red. Okay, that's cool. Yo, alright, interesting. Alright, so we're able to go ahead and create our own paraglider in fabric. Okay, so that's cool. So every time that we come back to the village at Hateno, then we go ahead and talk to this guy. And this guy named, what is his name pronounced? Sage? I don't know. I mean, I think it's pronounced Sage. I'm not sure. Okay, so this dude got a new side quest. Hey, I got a favor to ask. It's not enough for me to just rework it with the fabric you bring me. I want to dye my hand at making my own patterns. Just like I said, of course, hers are all original designs. And making fabrics from scratch seems like a lot of hard work. But that's the way he'll come in. Could you cast around for some reference of materials I could use as inspiration? First, I'm thinking I want to see a visual of that monster they call a CHUCHU. That kind of CHUCHU is everywhere, even just outside the village. But I'm too paint-hearted to get near them. I think if I could see a regular CHUCHU for myself and not a fire CHUCHU or ice CHUCHU, it would help a lot. Okay, so this is photographing a CHUCHU. Okay, so it says here is hold on, let me go ahead and look this dude up. Okay, so I think his name is Sage. Okay, so Sage have is a Y in the middle of that word. Okay, so I was mistaken. Okay, so his name was pronounced Sage. And okay, now that had me confused a little bit. I'm not entirely sure why the Y is showing in the middle of that word in his name. But yeah, I mean that is the word pronounced. So you pronounce Sage. Alright, so Sage at the Koshi dye shop has started using his dyeing technique to make different fabrics. He wanted to make one based on a CHUCHU, and that's as used for visual reference. Okay, so if he could get a good look at a common blue CHUCHU, he could come up with a lovely design. Okay, well, you know what? Let's look at album real quick. Let's see. I think it's a Hyrule Compendium. Yeah, so it's Hyrule Compendium. So we have to go look at monsters. So let's see. Now let's see if we took that picture already. So we want to know if we have the blue CHUCHU jelly. But wait a minute, we have not saved that in album, have we not? Okay, but we have here the ice CHUCHU and the electric CHUCHU. So, oh wait a minute, now there's the CHUCHU right now. Well, well, you can't actually see it. So it's located somewhere at the east of Necluda in Hyrule Field. So I think we do have that album. So let's go and talk to Sage. Yeah. If you are not a pigment of it, in my imagination, you must be a customer. Dye clothes to be a color of your choice, or reworking the paraglider with some new clothes. So either way, it'll take just 20 rubies. Okay, so let's dye these clothes, I guess. Now then, I can either dye your clothes or remove the dye from some dye does and return them to their original colorway. Okay, so yeah, so let's dye. Wonderful. Now go way up there. I'll just be a minute. Okay, will do. Another great day to dye that whole outfit at all once. Alright, choose your dye color or go ahead and change clothes. Okay, so we can go ahead and choose a color. You're wearing some clothes that you actually can't dye. Is that okay? I mean, it's fine. Don't really matter. Okay, so what more can we wear? So we got one of these green clothes. So which dye color would you like? Okay, I want this green color. Because you see, because it matched perfectly on Link. So let's see. Do we have enough material for that? Oh, wait a minute. So we do have enough for this Lazafo tail. So we can waste more but free. And we'll get the last one for the Captain Construct one horn. Okay, then that'll be 20 rubies. Pay for the business. Alright, now hold your breath. Okay, why are we holding our breath for? So what appear to be happening? Yo, what? Okay, oh, I remember this from Breath for a While. I remember this. Okay. So, we're looking sharp and looking pretty nude. So, by the tenth, we hardly ever get the color to come out. And, how is it? Do you find it politically abled? If you would like to do a red dye, just let me know. Okay. So, just take a look at Link, who's sick of his new design look of his dye color of the Highland tunic and the trouser. I mean, you can tell because it looked like the perfect match for Link. I love it because you can tell because everything is all green. So this here is Mishi. Oh wait, is that the girl that give us the old map to locate those free armor that we go out and seeking through Hyrule to find? I mean, if that's her, my mind with me again. Okay, that is Mishi. Okay, that I do remember. My mind with me again. How goes your journey? Wonderfully, I hope. This is normally where I give you a chance to respond, but I like to talk about me instead. Once I was a woman without ambition, sure, I had my twin loves of fashion and travel, but I didn't have drive. But the Cese's designer spoke to me. They say Mishi take both the fascination and turn them into action. Now I'm a changed woman chasing the treasure of another inspired fashionista and great abandoned Misco. And as I searched for a mystical collection, I intended to spread the joy of fashion everywhere I go. Such is my passion. Okay, well that's all she had to say. Alright, so moving on. So I think we're gonna have to skip this one for later. Right now, that side quest, well, I had to wait because somehow we were supposed to solve Sage request to go ahead and take an album of the CHUCHU jelly, which we already still have. Well, it felt kind of confused me a little bit by it because I couldn't partly tell if we took the right picture right out of the CHUCHU. So talking to this kid over here. So this kid is named Nab. Oh hey, Mister, are you what they call a traveler? Your weapon is a really neat thing. Every wanderer that has amazing gear. It's true. I love the sword and bow and arrows and all that stuff. Wanna be my friend, Mister? We're spies for a Zoom. He's a hero who will protect our village. Spy number 1, and my little sister Nara is a spy number 2. That's make you spy number 3, Mister. Okay, well that seems like fun. Okay, so now let's see. So this here is okay. So we were asked not to touch those Hylian tomatoes. So yeah, so you are meta. So you are a male gender. Okay. So hey, how are you? I don't know if you're visiting for the veggie or for Cece, but I hope you had some reason to come all the way here. Well, while you're here, I hope you don't pass up the chance to eat a few of our famous vegetables. Down at the general store, they got them all lined up. You can't miss them. Start with the Hylian tomato, trust me. Not much to say about them except that I put a lot of love into growing them, and I'm proud of how they turn out. I see. Anyway, let's go on ahead and keep on looking around the village and seeing what we can solve here. So whatever we can find, let's go ahead and check what's uphill. And whoever house it is, I mean, let's go check it out. Okay, so we go and barge into someone's house. Okay, so this here is Reed. Okay, so don't think I've seen you around. Are you a traveler? And then welcome to Hateno Village. I'm Reed, the mayor. And yes, before you say it, I know about all these tasky sculpture everywhere you look around here. Whether or not I sort of spoil the rustic atmosphere at Hateno Village is known for. And I know who's up behind it, the designer at the Ventet of Clothing, at the clothes shop near the village entrance. I was just thinking about going and giving her a piece of my mind. Sorry to say that, but if you need something from me, you'll have to come see me again later. Alright, and talking to the wife. So this is Clavia. Sorry, but not now. My husband told me that he's on his way to the Ventet Clothing, and I had to be ready for what comes after. Never heard of it? But the clothing shop is right near the village entrance? But no, I really can't get into it right now. Deep breath, Clavia. There'll be a time to entertain a guest later. Okay, fair enough. Well, these two can't go ahead and chit-chatter right now. Well, they have important business to do. Okay, so that here is that there's the prayer statue. Okay, so are those new creatures? Do we already took the creatures of those goats? Okay, well these are the white goats. Okay, and these guys on the legs are the bright chest duck. Okay, well we already got those creatures. And about these, yeah, so these are armored carp. We got those picture taken already. Alright, well let's continue. And let's see who house is this. So wait a minute, now this is the inn. So we're inside the inn. And let's see what's going on. So nobody is here in the inn. So this lady don't got a new side quest. Alright, so moving out of the inn. So we were supposed to go and find this general store. So we're at the dice shop. So this is the armor shop. So yeah, so I think we just missed go someplace. So yeah, so we got the general store and the armor shop. So we should go ahead and explore those two stores if we get a chance. So what are these guys talking about? So I think this lady got a new side quest. As I say multiple times now, I can't admit that free customer at presence. What do you mean? We took the trouble to come here and now you're saying we can't get in? But I wanted to see if Cesa's new stuff. It's not every day a mega famous fashion designer develops some new materials. Yeah, everything I heard to say that this was some of Cesa's best work. I'm so sorry, but we only have a one entry ticket remaining. One ticket? So you're saying one person could go in? Hey, come on now. We can't let just one of us get a head start. Sure, I know that. It was just a joke? Oh well, maybe if we come back later, we'll have room for all of us. Yeah, it's not like I visited the only clothing place in the village. What do you say that we kill some of the time at the dye shop? Ooh, or we could check out the pasture. Speaking of which, I heard that a little ways up the road from the pasture is a laboratory specializing in ancient stuff. Since we got all doled up, we may as well hit the town and see it all. Okay, so now they're leaving. Thank goodness that they give up, Oh my, I'm sorry to keep you waiting. Are you also a tourist who come to see my sisters? I mean, the new line of Cece products? As long as it's just you, you're free to go into the shop. Cece herself is in there right now. In fact, nothing you'll see is for sale. It's only an exhibition right now. Sorry to disappoint. Okay, so that is Sophie we finished talking to. So we go open up this. So I think this here is Cece. Okay, so that's her. Another practically perfect masterpiece. It's an exemplar of the former from every angle. This is a sort of things on which I built my name and reputation as the world of renowned Cece. Oh, pardon me. Are you an admirer here to meet the incomparable Cece? I must say, you don't seem to show any sort of interest in fashion. Welcome to Ventet's clothing, but only boutique in the world which will carry the Cece brand. And if you weren't aware, you stand before the very woman who changed this fusty old village into the birthplace of nouveau fashion. And prove I present to you this. The Cece hat of the newest and most magnificent work by your truly Cece. Do you see that lustrous curve? Do you note? Couldn't you call it the pinnacle of perfection? This piece is so special that I dare not assign a pride to it. It's not for sale. I shall only part with it when I find someone truly worthy of owning it. Only the most impressive fashionista in the Hyrule trendiest village is worthy of such a crown. Okay, what's going on here? What's all this about Hyrule trendiest village? I don't remember approving any new slogan for Hateno. Look who's here. What can I do for you, oh esteemed Mayor Reed? I'm really sorry I tried to stop him from coming in the like you asked, but he wouldn't have taken no for an answer. Cece, you have got to quit the littering via the village of which your weird art pieces. Maybe you don't realize but the plants need of sleep too. For the eyes are so bright at night that they're keeping the veggies awake is a real problem for the crops. Hateno Foundation is a producer. What are we going to do if it fails? Now, dear, there's no need to get so worked up. I think that some of the people here actually like her art, you know. Wouldn't it be better to hear her out? Don't fall for her line of total. She's got everyone in Hateno wrapped around her finger already. My duty is to look after the village, and that's what I mean to do. Looking after the village, you say? Who do you suppose that you have to thank for Hateno rejuvenation? It didn't need a rejuvenation. Hateno Village is a peaceful place where folks live quiet lives, and that's the way they like it. Do they? Then let us leave the matter to the people to decide. My avant-garde approach versus this mayor went bygone ways. The citizen will decide which outlook will drive the future of a village. By holding a mayoral election. You're calling for a mayoral election? Sure, suit me. I'll win that pretty easy. Sophie, I delegate management of the mayoral election to you. What? Come on, Clavia. I don't feel like sticking around here any longer. It's time we headed back home. Okay, new side quest for Cece. Let's go have a talk. Oh, you again. I got a long to-do list in preparation for the mayor election, and the sooner I get started, the better. You just should go without saying, but you are, of course. Okay, so something about a sensitive voter. Let's ask that. Let's ask that answer. But of course, that's a seller that I trust. It's a plan for all to see that I'm a shoe-in for the next mayor, or so one will think. Yet there are stranglers in this village that still supporting Reed. They need a mental makeover. And so, I have a fabulous plan to give out mushrooms to Reed supporters. Mushrooms are synonymous with the excessive brand fungal fashion in the excessive way. The mushroom I give them will paint them inside and out with a fresh, vibrant, excessive brand colors. Although Sophia and I must mind the shop, where will we find someone we can trust to carry out this vital task? There's the magic word that I was waiting for, your lifesaver. Now then, you'll be needing these. Okay, so she's giving you 8 of the hiding shroom. These mushrooms are for the village Reed supporters. It's easy to recognize them by how unstylish they are. My supporters are all expert fashionistas dressed to the nines in Cece. This should go without saying, but don't give one to anyone in Reed's family. There are also no need to give them to children travelers or any temporarily resident like the Sheikah researchers. That leaves us with unless I miss my guess a total of 8 Reed supporters. Your mission is simple. Give a single highland ship to each of those 8 misguided voters. Well, off you go. Okay, so this is Team Cece or Team Reed. So it says Cece asks you to give Reed voters some mushroom to open their eyes to new ways of thinking. According to her, Reed voters are identifiable by their unfashionable clothing. Travelers, the kids, the candidate families, and temporary residents like Sheikah researchers don't get mushrooms. That leaves the 8 villagers are not dressed in excessive brand clothes. I see. So let's go ahead and solve that problem as we go and activate it. And figure out what we gotta be doing for this start. Alright, so talking to you again. What's this? Did we forget our mission to hand out the mushroom to Reed the voters and paint them in excessive color inside and out? That means that we still have 8 villagers that are waiting for their complimentary mushrooms. We mustn't rest until there's a mushroom in every Reed voter's hands. Okay then. So yeah, everything should be fine by now. There are 8 Reed supporters that we might be able to reach out to. You'll know of them by their unfortunate fashion choices. We mustn't waste no time in opening their eyes for them. Well, no man, we shouldn't. Okay, now let's go and examine this. So what does this note say? Fashionable personnel only. Okay, well that's something we couldn't be messing around with. Okay, so we were supposed to talk to Sophie. She has settled me with so much work when she had put me in charge of a mayoral election. Sir, I feel like I should apologize for dragging you into this mess I found myself in. But since that we are both involved now, could you give me a little advice? Sure. I should have expected that. The thing I need your advice on is my sister. It's about Cece. Lately, she's been sneaking off alone in the middle of the night. I don't think there's anything sinister about the election is soon, and I don't want any last-minute surprises to hurt her chances. So I'd like you to tell my sister, find out where she's going and what she's up to, and get back to me. I tried following her myself, but she spotted me right away. I really got in an earful about it too. If you succeed in finding out what she's doing, I can reward you, of course. You're the only one I can ask for help. I don't want any of the villagers finding out until I know what's going on. Help me out, please. Okay, so this is Cece's secret. So going over to Sophie's request, it says here, it's a secret that Cece sneaks out of her house somewhere every night. Sophie has asked you to tell Cece. It sounds like she alerted to her surroundings while she's moving, so it'll be important to stay out of sight. Okay, so we should have that activated. And what are we doing here? So we're supposed to go inside her house. So how is this supposed to work exactly? Oh yeah, you know what? I think we were supposed to go at night. So let's go and find out something in. So correct me if I'm right. So we were supposed to head out night. Okay. So yeah, so we were supposed to go and stop by at the end. So wait a minute. Now Clavia got a new side quest. Oh, you have a customer. I saw that at the Untitled Clothing, aren't you? You know from when they were talking about the whether to go through with the mayoral election or not. It's become something of a hassle where they're both so stubborn. I went to make clear the air between them and end this a silly quarrel once and for all. But that's a moot point now. I have something else on my mind. I have to take care of it before the mayoral election starts. Okay, let's ask what's on your mind. Oh, you don't mind lending me an ear? I want to mention words. It's about my husband Reed. That's a man of mine. He shuts himself up in our shadow every night. I don't have the defenses of what he's up to. What I asked is he just to say that it's a secret and I can't get another peep out of him. I hate the idea of the snooping on him. Plus, I figure he's catching me at it's right away. But I get so worried when I think about whatever he's doing will affect his chances in the election. I want to fit through the birds if I couldn't find someone to talk to about this. Good thing you came along. I'd like you to enter our shed at the midday when my husband isn't around and see if you can figure out what he's doing. I'll pay you for your troubles, of course. The only problem I can see is that he keeps the place locked up tight. You never fit it in through a window, but maybe you could dig a hole or something? Well, you'll figure it out. Okay, so this is Reed's secret. Okay, so read more about it. It says here, every evening, Reed shuts himself up in the shelter of his house. His wife, Clavia, is getting suspicious of his behavior. She asks you to go into the shelter in the middle of the day while Reed isn't there and look around, but the shelters are normally locked and can't be entered through the door. Okay, now let's go ahead and solve that conclusion. So it's already daytime, so we'll go ahead and do Sophie's side quest last and figure out what Reed is up to. So if we go and barge on in, so if we go to examine this, no entry without permission. Reed. Okay, lucky guy. So let's go double check if he's back at home. Okay, so we'll go in and move around the house. Okay, and we'll go talk to Reed. Oh, you have a traveler. I saw it at the event at the club, right? Did you come to check up on me because you were worried? Yeah, I lost in my head a little there. I'm not too proud of the way I behave. But don't you worry about me. I have a couple of tricks up my sleeve against Cece. I might not be able to pull one of them off in time for the mayoral election. So I'm focusing on the second planet to bring back a taste that no one to try here in years. Okay, let's ask this question. What kind of taste? Way back when my grandfather worked with someone from a village to create a special kind of food. It wasn't too ahead of its time to catch on, so it never went further than the first trial run, but I never forgot it. Even today, I can still recall the gooey mouthfeel of the one bite my grandfather shared with me. And at the back of my mind, I always wanted to make it a signature staple of the village. If I could accomplish that, then I have something that could stand up to Cece. Except I can't remember who in the village that my grandfather worked with or what they created. And now that I think of it, it also had a unique pungent scent. If I could have just smelled that aroma again, it might jog my memory. Oh, but don't worry about my problems. I hope you have a nice, relaxing time in our village. Have you tried the refreshing milk they make on the farm up the hill? I never started my morning without a glass. Okay, so it said, and these signature food. So it said that we want to make the food that his grandfather created with another villager into a new village staple. However, all he remembered about it is a creamy, melty mouthfeel and it's a unique pungent aroma. Reed thinks smelling that aroma again might jog his memory. Okay, so it seems like that we got here is 4 new side quests available. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. So we are going to get preparation start by going to this shrine over here. So we're going to examine this by placing our right hand next to this central device. Well, technically, well, I don't see anything but this center device we're messing with. Well, this is one of the shrine we go on the lock, and then somehow we just go ahead and press them through, because this is the shrine that we need to get done in case we want to come back to Hateno Village. So, let's see what we got going on here. Okay, so this is scoop it out. Alright, well, let's get scooping it. And let's get snapping. And let's see what sort of puzzle we were supposed to be solving today. Now, looking at all of this contraction. So, what appear to be underneath? Okay, so that's where all the spears come from? Now, hold on. So, I think we gotta go and select one of these spears. Oh, hold on. Let's get the one on top of it. Okay. So we get the one on top, and what? So we go and place it right here. But how do we get those things working? Okay, hold on. So we stand it just like this. Okay, and then what? So we get it to stand. And are we allowed to stick this? Oh yeah, so we can't attach to that. Okay. And let's try ascending that. Oh, actually no, we don't have to ascend. We got ladders. It's perfect. Okay, so we're gonna take the land surface up above this platform, and once we're at it, so we'll go ahead and well, actually hold on. So we'll go back to Ultra Hand. Just to make sure we have Ultra Hand, and we'll go ahead and take it for a slide, and that go and open the way. Well, that seemed to be the shortest shrine of how we go and beat this puzzle. So now we can go mess with this central device by scanning with our right hand, and we'll go and get ourselves another of this light of blessing to see the light of day. Alright, so that go ahead and give us more about 9. So we have more about 9 of our light of blessing. So we will go and skip this. And that's one way to beat the shrine. So every time that we come back, then we can come back to where we left it off. And somehow we'll be ready to take on our next adventure to wherever we seek on journey into Hateno Village. I mean, there's more to seek around here by doing every side quest of what needs to be done around here, because there is several more of the side quests that we gotta get done in Hateno Village. So yeah, let's go ahead and do this split. Well, there's something more that we gotta go do, so I'll be right back. Okay, now new side quest for Liza. That the cave, where was it again? Oh, hello. Hey, if it isn't the guy who worked with the Tulin to save the village. Everyone in the village is happy to stretch their wings again without them icing over. So thanks for that. And the end of the blizzard was improved visibility too. It's much easier now to find a cave where we can gather food. I saw one just the other day, in fact, while I was flying around, but I forgot exactly where I was. It had a raffle in the green light inside it, just like the one beneath the general store. Just where did I see that cave anyway? I found it while I was looking for that white bird. Okay, so this is the White Bird Guidance. So this is a new shrine quest for Liza. So yeah, there were mushrooms in it in a pond with fish. It would have been a perfect place to stock up on supplies. All I remember is that I found it while looking for that white bird. Okay, so let's ask any standout details. Was there anything that stood out? Let me think. I was lucky to find it. I don't think the area around the entrance was anything special or memorable. But it was right next to a resting white bird. That's much I do remember. Deep inside, I couldn't make out a rock rather in green light, but I wondered that beneath a general store now. This is frustrating. Alright, you got yourself a deal. If I could just remember where I found it, that we have one more place to search for food. Okay, so we'll go ahead and do this shrine quest later. Right now, I really want to go ahead and purchase some few things. So, none of these guys have any new side quests available in Rito Village. So, going back to Rito Village, so I want to try to see if I can get the goat butter, the egg bird and everything. So, where in the world can I find this general store at? I did not Oh, actually, yeah, it's right down there. Okay, so I think this must be it. Oh, come on! I don't want to have time to talk to you. No, I don't want to go sell or do anything. No. Can oh wait. Okay, so I was supposed to talk to you. All right. Okay, yeah. Well, that's one way to show manners. All right, so give me all of that stuff, please. Give me all of that stuff. So I'll definitely be taking the Tibet for wheat because I am low out of Tibet for wheat. And we need more arrows. So let's take some arrows. So we're gonna take everything from the store because we are low out of everything. Alright, and there we go. So we just finished purchasing everything. So let's go ahead and do some more cooking right out of it. So I'll be right back. Alright guys, change my mind. I'm not going to do more cooking right now because I want to go ahead and say several of the ingredients which I still have. So what the Hateno Village eats well is where we are. And there's one more problem because I already done a little bit of researching on this article because we were asked to go to this well underneath. So we were supposed to go and find the secret to the finding out where Reed is hiding in his shed. So we're supposed to go and find that. So while we venture out here, just exploring underneath what's beneath this well and go and solve the clue by everything. So now I want to go ahead and take on 2 of the side adventures, and once we do that, then we'll go ahead and call it quits of the episode. But it shouldn't take that long. I mean, we should probably just go ahead and break through because we got here at this boulder hammer, which we still have. But if I do deal enough kicks to it to break down rocks. So come on, can we still keep breaking? Okay, well, we got here the raw salt. Alright, so we still gotta keep smashing every rock. Alright, and creating this secret passage. So we're able to pick up here is a whole bunch of these embers. And let's get down for that. So there's no time to be climbing right now. Oh, whoa, hold on. Time out. I think that is something that we gotta do for the side quest. So hold on. So we gotta take that picture. Okay, so we're gonna replace it with a new one. So that's one of the albums I need to show to Sage. Alright, and we can go back to the boulder hammer because yeah, but now you guys can see because I am low out of weapons and I really need to get some more. Okay, I think that's it. So let's sell them. So we got here is several more of these toad frogs and everybody. So yeah, you know what? Let me go ahead with the soldier sweep here, and then we'll go move on. Okay, so now we got something blocking the way. So let's go use the ultra hammer. No, I meant ultra hammer. I said ultra hammer. What the heck am I saying? Well, that just slipped into my mind. So slippery. Okay, so what do we got going on here? So we are in the wrong place. So let's get out of there and go find out where that entrance is. So we were supposed to go use this ascend, which we still have. I mean, this has got to be the place where we're at. So yeah, now let's go ahead and follow that yellow extraction point. Okay, well this gotta be it. So let's go rising. Okay, so we're just going to the inside. So let's go exit with A and go and examine this. So this is the diary and let's go read it. So note towards a new variety of pumpkin. I firmly believe that the Hateno Village charm is in the delicious vegetable and milk from our farms. But there's no denying that these things are just aren't resonating with the youth nowadays. And I got no business being mayor if I can't fix that. So I got together with a knack and the best farmer in these parts and we came out with a new type of pumpkin. Alright, next one says here, the color, shape, and appearance are based on the excessive brand aesthetic of which is popular with the young folks. We hit a snag though. It might be a bit before we can achieve our goal of shipping the pumpkins out. Okay, so here's a new update where it says you learn a few things from the journal found in the shed. Reed is developing a new type of vegetable with a knack. He's trying to incorporate the element from the Cece clothing line. And it's an effort that haven't come to anything yet. Report back to the worried Clavia. Okay, so we can go ahead and open it from the inside and going back outside where we are. So now it's raining in nightfall. So we'll go ahead and check in to see where Clavia is. So Clavia had got to be somewhere up these stairs. Okay, so we go and check with her. Now she's somewhere back inside, so let's hope she's not asleep. Okay, and she got her kid tucked to bed. Even to you. How goes it? Made any progress on that thing that we talked about? You said that he developed a new type of pumpkin? So that's why he's been consulted with a knack so often. He could have just asked the Cece about it directly, but I know he's too hardworking and stubborn for that. It's a relief to find out the truth. A lot of things that make sense now. Like why he went to the fantastic clothing is so obvious in hindsight. I'm sorry. That's between me and my husband. Thank you for looking into this for me. I promise you a reward and I keep my promises. Okay, so she's offered you 10 of the Highland tomato. Thank you. What a pair of the two of them make, if they were to just get along. Okay, so that's one way to complete the side adventure for Reed's secret. And let's go ahead and take a rest up at the end. So I want to go ahead and rest up at the night. So the next side adventure that we should get done for Sophie is the one that says Cece's secret. So we done the one for Reed's secret, so now we're doing Cece's. So, yeah, so let's go and take on Sophie's side quest. Okay, so let's go open it and go talk to Prima. Okay, well, don't care about Wharton right now. Don't care about all of your... Don't care all of your yondering. I don't want to hear all of that. I'm sorry. I mean, I don't want to be any disrespect. I mean, no offense. I just wanted to rest to the end and get a good night's sleep, so that way I can wake up real early to the tailing on, so that I can start by tailing on Cece to see what she's up to. So we'll go ahead and rest up till night. Okay, and here we go. So we're just getting our beauty sleep. All right, and since we got enough rest, so we'll go and see if she's somewhere at night. So, okay, so now we get one of this yellow heart. However, the downy soft bed. Do you get a deeper sleep than usual? It's still dark outside, so mind your step. Well, pretty sure it's not that dark. Well, it is noon, if you ask me. So, it's not, it doesn't look like it's night. So, well, that means she'll be out of the house. But she's still in her house? Okay, well, I'm still not doing that. But it felt like that we gotta wait until night. Okay, let's talk to Sophie again. I'm so sorry to ask you to follow my sister. I know how shady it sounds. She's right over there, so I had to keep this quiet, but she's incredibly alert when she's walking. Be sure you don't enter and let her line of sight. Okay, gotcha. Alright, now let's make sure that we wait until she moves out of her house. So it's good that we stick a while by just waiting until she moves right out of the house so that she can go and, well, technically if you go out and explore around the village but just tag along, I mean that's more that we can find out in case that she's out of her house, and then we'll go ahead and tell her and not be spot. So let's go ahead and do it. Okay, so now she's moving out of her house. Okay, so we go and tell her and see where she's up to. Okay, so it's a good game that we go ahead and tell on her and figure out where she's going. All right, because This may seem like an easy side adventure day, so now let's see. Now she's saying careful, careful. Okay, you didn't hear nothing, lady. You didn't hear nothing. Okay, so we just want to make sure that we're not being seen by her. Okay, so we keep paragliding and stand above the roof. Oh, wait, what? Oh, come on now. These little night jaunts were meant to be private. Splendid evening, traveler. Will you look at the time? I best return home. You should be on your way too, Says that you spy. You spy. You know what? Let's go again. Okay, so here we are back at it again, tailing on Cece. Alright, so she's heading to this house. Okay, so we figured what she's up to, so let's not be seen. So, can we sneak past it? Oh, wait.
No.
Okay, we've been spied again. Okay, let's pick up where we left off. Okay, so I think this must be it. Perfect, I do believe that nobody saw me. I'm free to enjoy another of my late night meals in secret. Ah, how I enjoy my nightly vegetable. But the shine, the luster, the fragrance, yes indeed. Now this is a luxury dining. And so without further ado, let's us tuck in. So scrumptious, the crisp smooth taste is a sign of a word grown on a diet of pure water. Thanks to the farmer definitely touch it in the quality of a soil, I can even eat the skin without misgivings. Honestly, vegetables are from anywhere but the Hateno Village that simply don't count. They're nowhere near as filling. Though I built a reputation on flash and glamour here in private, I must admit that to be the simple, unadorned things are best. There's simply no denying their last. But now that I'm full for tonight, it is best that I return home. If I don't return quickly, Sophie may start to suspect something. Okay, so now that we knew what Sophie, that Cece was up to. So you tell Cece late at night and observe her eating vegetables alone in a silo. From what you overheard, she had a deep love for Hateno Village produce. Sophie sure to hear about this. I mean, yeah, so let's go and give Sophie the bad news of what just happened. So we knew that the Cece is responsible to all of it. So she been eating Swiss carrots all of a sudden. So we go talk to Sophie. Sorry about this. I know it's a tall order asking you to tell my sister, but I'm just so nervous about her. Really? The silo across the way? What? I thought that she'd have been hiding something big. Is that really all there was to it? I know my sister says a lot about charisma and style, and it has to do everything in the most untatentious way possible. But between you and me, her tastes are pretty plain. She loved a slow life here in Hateno Village. She probably told you she came back here because of development or whatever. But the truth is that she just wanted to eat the vegetable grown right here in her hometown again. At least I'm pretty sure that that's the case. Either way, I'm so glad that she wasn't up to do anything scandalous. I want you to have this in exchange for helping me out. Okay, so now as we help a hand by solving the problem, so she's letting you 10 of the iron shroom. My sister really is a handful sometimes. Both she and Rita want for the same thing that you know. I can't understand why the two of them adults just work together instead of going to such a bizarre lengths. Okay, so that's one way to complete the other side quest for Sophie. So that's it, you guys. So I do believe that's going to have to do it for our conclusion. So next time of Legend of Zelda Tears of Kingdom, we are going to stay a while because we still got here is some more of these side adventures that we got to get done for Reed and for Cece. So yeah, so those were one of the thing or two things of the side quests that or side adventures which we had to get finished on doing what needs to be done in here in Hateno Village. So yeah, so we got here is a lot of situations to go on around here in Hateno Village. So there's a lot of homework assignment that we we gotta get done and by 100% completing everything around here in Hyrule. So that will lead to our conclusion, you guys. So next time we'll go ahead and stick around to doing more things by talking to these people and seeing what they had something to do in their side quest on the next series. So you don't go anywhere, and you will be participating and stay tuned on the next video. So thank you guys so much for taking the time to tune in and watching this episode. So if you're enjoying this series and want to see more of the Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, be sure to leave an advertisement, like, share the video, and subscribe. And if you do subscribe, ring the notification bell so that you'll be straight up there notified to one of my newest and awesome videos happening on the way. So just making sure you guys are staying tuned in, and by all means, all the issues want to be description or fill down below. So if you'd like to help support the series, you're more than welcome to read this step by step just to help get you started on support my channel and for the series. So that's going to be all it for the Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. We will be picking up more in the next one. So take care, guys. I hope to talk to you on the next video.